What's up, fam? October 17, 2022, and it's day 17 of the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And if you've been following us, or if it's your first time, what I'm doing is I'm actually choosing a card a day, reading the message that's on the card, sharing my thoughts, and asking you as a viewer to share your thoughts. Anything that came up while I was reading it, or possibly you've been using what's on the card, and it's been working wonders in your life. So just drop a comment and share with us, as you know, I wanted to make this a collective learning environment where we could all learn from each other. And if you missed a day, you can go back here on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, watch any missed days or even upcoming days in the future if you're not able to be with us on the day that it's on live, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose the card. Let's go with this one here. All right. It says, develop the characteristics of success. Develop the correct characteristics of success. To get rich and stay rich, develop the following characteristics: a positive attitude, integrity, trustworthiness, courage, persistence, a hardworking mentality, high energy, and be an expert in at least one area. Wow, this is actually pretty awesome. So I'm gonna just share quickly before we get into this something that came up as I was reading this. Develop the characteristics of success, but it's something about the lottery. All right. So one of the things that I heard, that if you were to win the lottery, okay, let's say it's millions of dollars, right? The first thing you got to do is you have to become a millionaire. You have to think like a millionaire. You have to first become it, because just because the money, you receive the money, doesn't really make you a millionaire. You've inherited, let's say, even an inheritance. That's why a lot of people that, win the lottery and even get large amounts of money in inheritance, it's usually gone. Why? Because they didn't develop these characteristics. They didn't. They're still in the poor mentality, or they didn't. Well, obviously they're still in that mentality, but they didn't develop the habits, or here even the characteristics, the positive attitude, the courage, the persistence, the hardworking mentality, and they're not an expert in at least one area. So therefore, as it says here, to get rich and stay rich, right? To get rich and stay rich, develop the following characteristics: the positive attitude. That's one of the greatest riches in life. Positive mental attitude. If not the first, you have to develop a positive mental attitude. Integrity. Be impeccable with your word. Right? Show up and do what you said you're gonna do. And do it to the best of your ability. If you can't do something, show up with integrity. Say you can't do it, or you don't know how to do it. Gather the help needed, right? Trustworthiness. People need to trust you. If you're in business, they say people do business with those that they know, like, and trust. Those that they trust. Courage. When we're embarking on a new avenue, it's scary. We don't know the outcome, but we have to have the courage to take that step. And those steps after, especially when we hit a wall, or when we hit a challenge, we have to be able to break through and have that courage. Persistence. Whether we meet failure once, twice, 3 times, 10 times, 20 times, we have to be persistent enough to keep going, no matter what. And do it until, as Napoleon Hill says, do it until. Might take you might take you your lifetime, and not until you're, close to your deathbed, will you break through? But will it be worth it? Yes, the journey of getting there. That's what, it's the beauty of it, the journey. Not really the destination, but the journey. Hardworking mentality. You usually hear, work smart, not hard, but I think you need to do both. As he says, hardworking mentality is that of, not really just paying attention to the hours and minutes that you're putting in, but doing what's necessary to get the job done. What if it takes you 10, 12, 14, 16 hours? I remember, what was it? You hear 50 Cent talk about, when he was working in his first album, he mentions how, for 3 days he was just working his ass off, working his ass off. He was literally in flow. And he says, like, I think in an interview he says, people are telling him, when are you going to sleep? He's all like, sleep is for those people who are broke. And he just developed that mentality of just working, and now you see it in his investments, and he's still going. But that really, I always think about that when he mentions he was just in flow state, and he kept freaking working day in, day out, until that album was done. High energy. So one of the greatest things that Tony Robbins teaches is that of, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like, not yourself, whatnot, you have to change your energy state. You have to, jump around. You have to go for a run. You have to go for a walk. You have to do a workout. You have to do some type of resistance training. But high energy, it attracts people, right? Just having that positive high energy, it attracts people and attracts resources. It puts you in a state of just wanting to accomplish things and get things done, and obviously a positive state as well. And then obviously be an expert in at least one area. So this is something that, where you become a really valuable person if you become an expert in that one area, something that you love to wake up to every day, something that, you don't dread, walking to or waking up to, or, like, oh man, I don't want to go to work today, so you have to become an expert in at least one area to where you could be the go-to person and also be able to perform at your best. But yeah, this is actually really, really awesome. Great tips, right? And obviously we have to develop these characteristics if you want to live a successful life and continue to live. Some of you are, I'm sure, pretty successful right now. And if you want to continue that, or if you even want to level up your game, right, then these are things that are really vital. So let's close it out. Develop the characteristics of success. Develop the characteristics of success. To get rich and stay rich, develop the following characteristics: a positive attitude, integrity, trustworthiness, courage, persistence, a hardworking mentality, high energy, and be an expert in at least one area. All right, share your comments, thoughts, anything that came up for you. Possibly you've been, developing these throughout your life. Let us know in the comments. And with that, I'm closing this out. Love you. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow.